Hi, and a very warm welcome to the Grassroots Weekender Show. I hope everyone has had a fantastic weekend up to now. We're into Sunday, yeah, it's the last day of the Grassroots Weekender Show. So, whatever you've been, whatever you're doing, I hope you've had a great weekend. The kids have enjoyed it. They've been off all week, haven't they? And you know what? I think it told today at Grassroots Football because we were out and about at the Kirkdale JFL, and I was there to watch Quarry Green Pumas, who played JFC Kirby Town Pumas, and do you know what was a great game? And I'm not going to say obviously, no, it was a great game, and it went Quarry Green Pumas' way. Hard fought game, and it took a while before the first goal went in. You could see the two sides were cancelling each other out, and to be honest, I thought they looked very, very tired, and even the referee, Dave, who has watched them a few times, he said, wow, it was a very flat game, that, wasn't it? And to be honest, it wasn't until someone pointed it out. Well, they played yesterday with DXTL FC under 7s, didn't they? And the team fought really hard, done well, and won the Champions League in the North Liverpool JFL League yesterday. So it looked like that played a part, but also all week's played a part because all the kids have been off on half term. Now you can imagine, as Cole Fulton said to me, you've got to understand as well, probably all those kids have been going to bed very late because they're not in school the following day. Yeah, it was weekend, but do you know what? Hit the nail on the head, and they looked pretty tired indeed. But great to see loads of good football, and it was, as I say, very thin on the ground with spectators, because normally the Kirkdale JFL is heaving. So I think maybe the mums or the dads or both have gone out, let the kids go and play football, and gone out shopping to get all the goodies in for the week starting, week commencing school again, because it's going to be a while before they're off again, isn't it? So yeah, that's what it's all about, I suppose. But it wasn't just our teams what we were looking at other teams all around, and as I say, there was no atmosphere, let's just say, for that. Which you could say, wow, that's a great thing. The referees enjoyed themselves, and we were talking to quite a few referees today, and it was nice to mix with them and talk to them about how the games have gone and where they're enjoying it. And yes, obviously they were today, like yesterday's weekend and our 20th anniversary. It's music to our ears because we do know that the ref cams were out in Liverpool at the old I forgot the name of the league, but anyway, I've forgotten which one they were, but there was 4 leagues across the country anyway, and they're trying out the ref cams. Let's just see what happens, but I'd love the feedback. I'm sure we're going to get the feedback from the leagues. Excuse me. As always, I've eaten one of the kids' sweets that's been left behind from the Young Commentators show, and it's got nuts in, so I'm choking a little bit, and I didn't think I'll take myself a little drink, because it always goes down the wrong way, doesn't it, when you're eating the sweets and you start a show. Anyway, I enjoyed it thoroughly, watching the kids playing very, very well indeed, and having smiles on their faces. That's the main thing. But also, kids with attitude, and we all know when kids have got attitudes, we all have to try and explain to them that there's no room for attitudes, no room for any misconduct basically within grassroots football, within teams, and suppose within towards their mums and dads either. But maybe that's playing on the mind, you know, when you've got kids with attitude, because they're all back at school and all thinking, I want another week off. Well, I wish we could turn around and say, do you know what, I've enjoyed these last few days off work and I want to have another few days off, but you can't. We've got to get out there and show willingness when we're going to work. And do you know what, the way these days are flying and the weeks, before we know it, you'll all be flying away, enjoying your holidays, wherever you may be going. But yeah, I hope all the kids have enjoyed themselves, had a great week, and I'm sure they have. There's been loads of tournaments, there's been loads of games, and I suppose it takes its toll, doesn't it? By the end of the week, we all get tired. I was shattered today. I was there yesterday, 8 o'clock, just after 8 o'clock today, watching some games, making sure that we celebrate 20th anniversary the right way, the correct way, the best way, and that's to enjoy yourself. And that is what it's all about. No sideline referees, and I didn't hear any of that today. As I say, it was very subdued, which is great when you're walking around. Okay, people do recognise what you're there for, and you know, encouragement is allowed wherever you go, on the field of play and off the field of play. And it's great to see that referees are having no hassle, enjoying the games and getting on with things, and making sure that, well, they adhere to the rules themselves, don't they? They're there nice and early, making sure that the games kick off on time, and making sure everything goes well on the field of play also. That is what it's all about, isn't it? Enjoyment. That is what grassroots football should be about. Whether you drop the kids off or whatever it is, responsible adult, you're there to support them. They go with their coach starts applauding them, their coach starts giving them instructions. Yes, the coach, have you noticed, to keep emphasising the coach or the manager, leave that to the kids, leave the parents from shouting instructions. You don't need that. The kids know what they're doing. What we do need to do is, you know, under 6s, under 7s, under 8s even, let the kids enjoy them, let the kids find their feet and position themselves, let the kids enjoy backwards, forwards, left, right, whatever it is, and let them enjoy that game. They're all over. Now, we didn't have that opportunity with small-sided football. Ours were just on 11-a-side pitches right the way through. So you had to be instructed to use positions from a young age. But positions are important at this level, and many coaches will tell you that as well. Let the kids find their feet. Some of the kids are developing even better and knowing what they do. When they first started training, you were actually saying and telling them, not this way, that way. All remember that as coaches, when you've got these kids who'll attack their own goal and forget where they're going, just run headless chickens. Basically, that's what it's all about. Now, development tells you that. You can see these kids developing when they start realising that they're defending their goal and they need to score goals that way, and pass the ball, spread the ball around, start looking into positions, looking into space. That is the main thing. Find space so they're always ready to get that ball and spread that ball out somewhere, pass that ball. That's development, that's encouragement, that is enjoyment, and the kids are learning, and it's great. You've only got 40 minutes to do this now. 20 minutes, you have a little game under 7s, and then you're talking to the kids and you're getting them all motivated, and you're talking about things, and the kids will go off on one anyway at half time and tell you what to do in the next few days when they've just been playing a game of football, or they're still playing a game of football. So you have to focus, concentrate and get the kids back on track, and that is, you're here to play a bit of football. At the end, tell us where you go next week or what you're doing, because they just want to share stories with you, because that's the way they are. They're all ready and raring to go, and it's great to see, great to hear, and you know what, it's just enjoyment all around. And I walk around and I'm watching coaches and I hear kids, and every coach has the same problem. No kids are ever quiet at that age. They all want to talk, they all want to talk about something else, and it's hard to get there. It's lovely to sit them down and put their arms around each other's shoulders and start saying how they're going to play and what they're going to be doing. But we have one young kid, and I keep telling you, Coach Cody, we call him, absolute gem, comes off as a sub and he starts helping the coaches on the touchline and on the field of play. He gets behind the kids as well. Brilliant motivation, that's what, and inspiration to others. That is part and parcel of grassroots football. It really is enjoyment, and it's nice to see when they make a mistake and they're getting up and they're laughing. No one can say that's why you've done that mistake. It's not. Just let them play, let them learn, let them enjoy. And our parents were brilliant there today. Thank you very, very much indeed. And also yesterday, brilliant. The kids love encouragement, and you can see the difference with the kids. And I said this yesterday, when people get behind the children and not shout and scream instructions at them, it works a treat. You only have to be quiet, that's all it needs, and clap them if they do something, score a goal, well done. But that goes for the opposition as well. I was applauding the opposition today, yesterday, you know, and the kids love it. The kids are like, wow, thank you very much, you know, and you're saying to them what a game you had, regardless of the score. The kids have been there and they tried their very, very best. So why don't we just congratulate each and every one of them? That's all it's all about. And that goes through the parents as well. Fist pump, well done with it, friends, well done manager, well done coach. Great game that was, and it's enjoyable. And that is what you need to do. Now, we must be doing something right with Don't Cross the Line, because at the end of the day, we're talking attitudes to the kids, we're talking about why they've got these kits on, what the badge means, what the logos are meaning, which is respect, no ref, no game. We're expecting them to understand, and they're listening, and they're listening, and they're listening, and we have this head to tails coin, which is respect, and the opposition, we give that to our captain every week, or our player of the match, and they go over and give it to the referee will toss the coin, and they'll talk to them about the respect, and what it is, what it means, and what they should be doing on the pitch, and it causes a great conversation, and the kids start learning and developing that, and then if anything's said towards a referee, then if the kids are having a little go, I didn't do this and all that, we'll just tell them the referee's decision is final, and we all have that magic wand, don't we? Play for the whistle, play to the whistle, we all know it, and the kids will do that when they start growing up as well. But you know what? We win the league, we win the Champions League, and the kids are learning, and right the way through, every single referee will talk to us about our team, and they've got the utmost respect as well. And as we say, respect works both ways. Well, it does, because they respect us, we respect them, and the kids will be growing up to respect each other. And we want the kids to respect not just the referees, but other coaches, opposition kids, and the opposition parents as well. Now we're opening some eyes here that parents are going, wow, lovely little team there, lovely club, and we got comments on social media. Thank you very much for all the comments that we put when we put the picture up of the kids enjoying themselves. It's about the kids, all about the kids, not about the coaches. It's about the kids, and they are developing and learning, and they're loving it, and you can see the enjoyment in their faces, what they've just done, what they're achieving. And when their presentation comes around and we all thank them, you know, we'll get on the stage and we'll talk and thank the parents, but we've got something up our sleeves as well for the kids with DXTL Club, and I know other teams will jump on board and want us to do it for them as well, and clubs, and we will. We really, really will, because we believe it's not just about coaching when the kids go out there and play football. It's about attitudes, it's about how they behave on the field of play, and towards each other, and towards the opposition, and towards their own parents and opposition parents as well, and especially the referees. So we're starting that soon, and we'll have our young commentators in. They're going to be giving a helping hand, and they're going to be motivating our children as well, and talking to them and seeing what they can do. We want to give the kids a voice, obviously we do, but we also want to talk to them. You know, the cheeky kids, they look at you when they turn up late, you know, and it's great. It just really is great. They make you laugh, the comments they come out with, you know. And I said to one of them today, what time did you get in? 2 o'clock this morning? And they just give you a little smirk, you know. You know they've been up late all night, and it's nice to have a bit of banter with the kids as well, and get them motivated, get them ready. And they're walking in, and 2 of them will come in as automatic subs, and we're talking to them on the touchlines and saying, you'll be going on very shortly anyway, how do you feel, what you've been doing, what you're up to, how do you feel about the game, you've got to watch the game, understand the game, watch where you can play. We'll talk to them about where they can go over and what they can do, how they can change the game, and they're listening and they're talking back to you. Not that they ever get on and do all those things, we know that, because development is not just about one game. Development is right the way up the season, over the season, and upwards as well. Those kids have got to be absolutely pitch perfect. Feet first, please. Development, attitudes, wow, let's all get them sorted, honestly. And that's how you'll have the teams in the end, respecting each other. Okay, we do know a lot will happen in grassroots football over the years, and some of those kids will leave, but any new kids who come in, they'll have the same dealings with, if you know what I mean, and to be made to feel welcome within Don't Cross the Line. The parents will be made to feel welcome. The parents are absolutely brilliant. I'm going to just say to one of the parents as well, who won the spot the ball and gave all the money back to the team themselves to pay to go into a summer league. Absolutely brilliant. Maybe not, he'll thank me for this, but the nickname's Butty, anyone who knows him, and his son is Leo, the goalkeeper. Absolutely tremendous. That is what you want. You want solidarity within grassroots football, within a club, and we want them to talk to the opposition as well, and that's happening, smiling all the time. Yeah, you can win a million games, but it is always good to lose games as well. For the kids, that they've got to learn to lose as well. And when they went on a tournament midweek at the LCFA, they played a year up and they lost in they qualified for the Champions League places, and then they got beat in the semi-finals of it. Now, playing a year up is hard. The kids didn't know, and they were shocked when they told them at the end, but they give it their all. They played, and yet a few of them were upset because they lost, but we're not, because that is part of development and learning about grassroots football. You need to learn to lose as well. You know, win, lose or draw, it's one of those things. And you know what? They'll cry or they'll have tears in their eyes for 4-5 minutes. They don't like losing. Kids don't. No one does. And especially when you're supporting your Premier League team, like your Liverpools and Everton on this area, and your Man United and Manchester City and Manchester, and vice versa and so on. It's just one of those things where it's society. We're brought up that way. Everyone's brought up that way. And that's why we all support teams and we all like to win. No one likes to get relegated. So when people are turning around and saying, it's not all about losing, not all about winning, it really is, and that's what you've got to do. Part and parcel of grassroots football is to hope that the kids do lose now and again as well. And it does them the world of good. They learn to lose because everyone does it and everyone wins. So all I'm saying to you, just go out there and encourage the kids whenever they have a game. Encourage them to play, encourage them to be good with their attitude, encourage them to be good with their attitude towards each other on that field of play. Get to know each other, because kids, when they know each other in that football team from the opposition, it's great, they're all talking. And some of them don't like it, managers, and I don't know why, what they say, if they're friends, they don't like going in and all this and tackle and don't like scoring against them. No, it doesn't mean anything like that whatsoever. It's good to talk, it's good to give the kids a voice, and it's good to make the kids smile, especially when they're out there on the field of play, and all they're doing is performing for the likes of us adults, and putting on a brilliant show and display. So let's get behind them all, week in, week out. Show loads of respect on and off the field of play, especially towards our referees. Keep them within the game, and your coaches and managers also. No coach, manager should be shouting and screaming at the referee either, trying to tell the referee what decision it is. Okay, the ball goes out of play, red throw, blue throw, grey throw, whichever it is, that's okay, because sometimes the referees need that. And when it goes up to the offside rule, you know, you've got to leave that to the referee. They have to make a split-second decision in real time. You can't say, what are you doing there? They've made a decision, they won't change their mind, just get on with it. When that referee blows the whistle, carry on as if nothing had happened. Not getting off that pitch and saying, we just lost 5 goals, give them 5 goals, that referee, poor. No, referee do a great job as well. They passed their course, the majority of us haven't, so we've got to take that into account as well, and remind the kids that they're doing a job, and the referees are key to grassroots football, because the laws of the game, they've just done their course, they've passed their test, they've gone to a level, and they're moving on to another level. They know the laws of the game, that's why they've passed. So they're passing their knowledge onto the children. When they blow that whistle, that child knows what it's for, and the majority of referees are explaining why they give this as well. So we could do without sin bins, for the simple reason is, if the kids are behaving, there's no need for sin bins. But if they're not behaving, then the sin bins are really coming into force, I assure you. So the Saturday are putting all the forms out, the Sunday the referees will be adhering to the sin bin law and the rule, and they'll be asked if they believe child's gone in there, they'll be sin binned, and it's not good. It's like being a substitute yet again. So remember that whenever you're taking the kids out on the field of play, especially mums and dads, grandparents, get behind the team, encourage them, clap them, and if you enjoy it, clap them even more. That's what grassroots football is all about. Okay, we'll be back again on Friday evening with our young commentators. Hopefully there might be 4 of them on the Friday. So yeah, let's see what they picked up, what they've been doing and what they're going to be talking about. And no doubt Real Madrid and Liverpool game will be in there, and the 2 wins that this weekend saw with Liverpool against Newcastle and Everton against Leeds. A little bit of pressure off on Merseyside, and maybe that's why we were there on the grounds of grassroots football today. Everyone was out celebrating the wins. Anyway, the big one comes on Tuesday with Liverpool Football Club. So in the meantime, we'd love to send you the message of have a great day, put your feet up, enjoy work, and we'll be back again on Friday evening with the young commentators. So myself, Malday, and all the team here at the Grassroots Show, Don't Cross the Line, Ref Spec programme, No Ref, No Game, Heart of Gold, which will be starting up very soon, and Don't Cross the Line. We'll see you on Friday evening at 7. Have a great evening. Good night, God bless.